This is a quick demonstration of the Drawmer LX20 dual expander compressor, and I'm now feeding this thing with this microphone signal that you're listening to in both left and right channels simultaneously. So although there's a stereo link point here, that's not relevant to this because it's being fed with dual mono. We can go to bypass both channels, and this is the uncompressed version. You'll see that there's an indication that there's a gain reduction going on, but of course this is bypassed, so you're not hearing that. What you're hearing at the moment is the signal just going straight through, kind of a line level. So if I now set this particular left channel into what it calls normal mode, you will hear funny things going on if you're listening in stereo. You'll hear compression on the left channel and no compression on the right channel, so the stereo image moves. Let's switch the other one to what it calls normal, which means compressed as well. This thing has attack and release controls and a gain makeup on the output, which I've adjusted so that with and without the compression at a nominal level, it's about the same. The compression here is not your classic threshold and ratio controls. There's just simply a simple compression knob which goes from an arbitrary 0 to 10. So it's a soft knee compressor, and you can hear it pushing in now as I actually speak. If I turn the compression way up, you'll hear it pumping quite severely, and put the other one up so the two match, and you can hear that clawing in quite hard, and bringing up my breath as I speak quietly. So there we are. If you go to more normal levels of compression, that's pretty standard sort of setting to be at. Now there's also an expander gate here. So this is a compressor expander, and again there's nothing sophisticated about this. It's basically just going to set a point at which it chops off and gates the signal. I can probably show this more dramatically if I turn the compression up so that you can hear, when I'm not speaking, just general background hiss and some humming from fridges and things like that in the house, and probably some traffic rumble. So at the moment the gate is switched off, and there's a switch control here, and now I'm going to advance this thing, and I'm going to set the thing about -40 dB, and you can hear the difference there. These two are not quite matched. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Yes, it does work together, in fact, the stereo link. So I'll switch the stereo link here. It operates identically on both channels. Now that's useful if you don't want a stereo image to wander about, especially on stereo program material. So there we are. You can hear me sort of coming in out of absolute silence, or whatever passes for absolute silence. I've got the thing down to what it says -50 dB as a gating, and you can just hear it fluttering in and out there, and there is this light here on each channel which comes up when it's going into gating. But that particular setting there is so close to the ambient noise level that it's just flickering on and off. So switch it halfway between -50. Okay, it's a bit vicious. Oops, it's a bit vicious down there. Let's put it here. There's -40. -40. I have to speak quite loudly to. Let's take the stereo link off. Oh, one channel's more sensitive than the other. Okay. I don't know the settings of these things. This is all the old analog world. So there we are. You wouldn't normally use this expander. I switch those off and probably work at a nominal compression ratio there. So this could be useful to some degree for things like voiceovers, to try and get the average level up. Again, something you would do straightforwardly in your digital audio workstation, but this is just 2 channels of outboard expander compressor. Here's a quick look on the back of the unit. So mains in, there's a 240, I think it's switchable for 115 volts as well, but you're not going to use that way in the UK. So it's a nominal 240 setting, and then output, input per channel, and you can also put in some sidechain send and receive here if you wanted to put an equalization in there, which would key the compression, and finally a mute switch here, which I think is a short-in contact. Will just kill that channel and bring in the effectively expander gate and force it to mute. The Drawmer LX20 Expander compressor.